Good morning and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm sharing all of my tips and advice to build a realistic, healthy lifestyle. Whether you're busy right now, you've struggled to stay consistent, honestly, I'm right there with you. I know it can just be really hard to stick to your health and fitness goals when life is lifing. I do find though that the stressful seasons of life are honestly the time it's the most important for me to prioritize my health and fitness, even if it's just in small, simple ways. So that's what we're gonna do today. I'm genuinely so excited to have you here, so let's get into it. I'm gonna start with some pre-workout caffeine because there's actually a lot of research that caffeine improves both mental and physical performance. So you can actually get a better session in when you're caffeinated. But here's the thing, that is really just the cherry on top because to tell you the truth, I would have had caffeine either way. If you know, you know. This is the pre-filming food scale clean out. Okay, the first thing I wanted to talk about is workouts. There have been a few mindset shifts that I've made that have made a huge difference in my relationship with working out. First one is that done is better than perfect. If you can just commit to moving every day and doing something rather than having an all or nothing mindset, it will genuinely change your life. If it's all I have time or energy for, sometimes I'll even just do a 5-minute session. Before, I would tell myself I could only work out if it was first thing in the morning, and if I didn't do it then I just wouldn't even bother, which be so for real. I just realized that if the perfect time or the perfect opportunity for a workout passed me up, I still could get it done that day imperfectly. I'm gonna be honest, sometimes I have to trick myself into working out. So for working out, I just commit to taking the first step rather than trying to convince myself mentally to do the whole process. So for example, I commit to just put my gym clothes on or just make a pre-workout or just drive to the gym. Once you take that first step, it is so much easier to just follow through and get it done. Something else I love to do is make it easy on my future self. I'm gonna talk about my full kind of weekly planning process later in the video, but I also love following a program because it's all done for you. Shameless plug for my own workout guide, Ignite. This is literally how I train every single day. I'm actually gonna do a session from the guide today. These are the workouts that have helped me get into the best shape of my life during the busiest time of my life. So especially if you're struggling to stay consistent and find something that's realistic, these workouts are focused specifically on being really effective and efficient in minimal time. You can get 7 days free of the program down below. I will leave a link to that in case you want to check it out. I also really love to prep the night before, especially if my boyfriend and I are working out together before he goes into the office. So early in the morning, I will make electrolytes, pre-workout, lay out my gym clothes, get everything sorted the night before so that the morning of I can just get up and go. Those little points of friction honestly make a huge difference. So I try to just make it as simple and easy as possible for me to do good things for myself. Welcome to the best part of my day, my date with peanut butter and chocolate chips. I'm so addicted to dates right now and I've been loving this as a little pre-workout snack. This is the perfect little treat, honestly. Just gives me a boost. Literally, what more could you want? Look what I just discovered on my gorgeous gray leggings. It's a bunch of peanut butter. I don't know how that happened. I think I got it on my arm, but that's amazing. I'm gonna go get my Tide stick. This is really bad. Oh no. Oh no. I think the stains are gonna be fine, but now I have 3 huge blobs on my leggings, so just ignore that, please. I think for today's session, I'm gonna do the AMRAP challenge from week 6. I love that this session is just 30 minutes. I also love that it covers core, cardio, and lifting, so you can kind of do a little bit of everything. And I find 30 minutes is the perfect amount of time to get a really good sweaty session in, but also it's super efficient, so you can kind of get on with your day. Okay, brief intermission. We need to talk about squat jumps, okay? Don't be giving me these little mini jumps when you know you can go higher. Let's put a little work into it, all right? We're not doing that. You should be dying afterwards, okay? Okay, I I just showered. I took a very long time to do my hair because when I am editing and my wet hair is so frizzy, it makes me irrationally angry. Ugh, just looks so bad. So anyway, I blow dried my hair, I straightened my hair, I put so much hair oil in. I honestly still feel like it doesn't look good, but anyway, I'm like trying to find the perfect angle where you can't see how messy my house is. Here's the truth, okay? I've got a donation pile sitting right there. It is a mess. Anyway, don't look at the clock in the background of these next clips because it's so late to be having breakfast. It's like 2:30, which is so bad. In my defense, I've had a lot of snacks so far this morning, including off camera some Oreos. I have this thing, honestly, back when I was in college, I lived alone for a period of time and I would wake up in the morning and eat True Fruit chocolate covered raspberries for breakfast just because no one was watching me. Just feels good sometimes. So honestly, I did have a few Oreos, but here's the thing. I feel like in the past that would totally derail my day and I would just be like, oh, well, today's a write-off. I can just eat whatever. It doesn't matter, like, because I messed up or whatever. Now, I don't care. Have an Oreo here and there. It's fine. I honestly just forget that it even happened and move on. So anyway, let's make a smoothie. Is what I'm talking about, okay? Oh my gosh. I was like, oh, it'll look cute if it's dripping a little bit. That was a mistake. But like, hello? That is a money shot. I'm making a huge mess. This was dumb. My next tip is about finding keystone meals or snacks for a healthy diet. I'll explain what I mean. It kind of happened on accident. Like I've started drinking smoothies every day just because I'm kind of obsessed with them right now. But I realized like this is actually kind of genius. Maybe genius is too strong of a word, but instead of thinking of every day like a blank canvas where I have to figure out how I'm gonna hit my fiber goals, my protein goals, eat fruits and vegetables and drink enough water, I found it works so much better when I have certain meals or foods that I eat every single day that help me to actually hit those goals. So smoothies has become one of those. I'm always trying new smoothie recipes, so I mix up the actual ingredients, but I have a smoothie basically every day because I can get 30 to 40 grams of protein in, have some fruit, which is for the best. When I'm feeling fancy, I'll add like some Greek yogurt for extra probiotics and gut health. Boom, micronutrients, fiber, protein, probiotics. What more could you want? Honestly, it doesn't have to be a smoothie. It can be any food you want. Like for a while, I was doing Greek yogurt bowls. I went through a Ninja creamy ice cream phase where I would have a protein ice cream every night. I burnt myself out a little bit, so I'm taking a bit of a break, but yeah, I was obsessed with those. It makes it so much easier to hit your nutrition goals when you have these foods that tick multiple boxes. And I just have to say, the little gooey, caramely bits of dates throughout that smoothie, literally changing my life. Okay, I've got my laptop here. Let's talk about weekly planning because personally, the only way I'm able to stick to my health and fitness goals is if I pre-decide everything I need to do that week in advance. Is this my doctor? I think it's a reminder for my doctor's appointment. Let's see. Hello? Yes. Okay, bye. This is your reminder that you unfortunately do need to be going to the OBGYN once a year. Honestly, kind of good timing. I'm not gonna act like I look forward to it, but getting checked saves lives. I know it is scary and it can be anxiety inducing. No one likes a doctor, but it's so, so important. That's just a little friendly PSA. Anyway, what were we talking about? We were talking about weekly planning. For my health and wellness, there's basically two things that I like to plan. The first is my workout schedule and the second is my weekly menu, so everything I'm gonna be eating that week. I talked about menu planning in my last video and I'll actually link that up here if you want to check it out. I went into full detail about my process for planning, making a grocery list, grocery shopping, food prep, everything that I do to kind of stay on track with my nutrition. So if you want more of a deep dive, definitely check that out. But basically, I plan everything I'm going to eat for the week, use that to create a grocery list. And without that, I would seriously be so lost. I wasted so much time and money buying random healthy foods at the grocery store and then getting home and being like, okay, what now? Literally, what do I cook with this? Because I'm not a very good chef, honestly. I do my best, but I'm not great. So I pick one dinner for the week and I eat the same thing like 5 days in a row. I know that's not everyone's jam, but it just helps me a lot to keep it simple, especially if you're really busy or it's like a stressful time right now. It's such a nice gift to give to your future self to have your food like prepped, chopped, ready to go in the fridge. I just like to assemble my meals the night of rather than actually cook them. So yeah, I like to menu plan every week and it's become honestly a really fun ritual because I love going on like Instagram, Pinterest, YouTube, getting ideas for the foods and snacks and desserts and everything that I want to eat that week. I created a whole Pinterest board for it, and it's just been so fun, and it's really helped me feel inspired and excited about eating healthy again. That's something that I'm always reminding myself of, is just like health and fitness can be fun. And I think when it's fun, it's so much easier to stay consistent and fit it into your lifestyle because it's something that you genuinely look forward to. Let's chat about workout planning. So I also use a menu for my workouts. I'm starting to notice a theme, actually. It's never worked for me to schedule like Tuesday's gonna be leg day, Wednesday's gonna be upper body day, because every week is so different. My energy levels change every day. Some days I don't have very much time and I need to get something really quick done. Last week, for example, it happened to be unusually warm, sunny, beautiful weather, so I did an outdoor run when normally I would have probably done like a lifting session that day. We were also playing lots of tennis to take advantage of the beautiful weather. So I don't know, I like to be flexible and adaptable, but I also feel like sticking to a plan and a program is one of the most important things if you want to actually see results. So I have some specific goals that I'm working towards right now. So like mainly improving my running and kind of tailoring in my physique a little bit for a vacation that I'm taking this summer. So yeah, to achieve those goals, I need to be progressively overloading, progressively increasing my intensity. So having a program and some structure is really helpful for that. In terms of following a plan, I spent a long time just showing up at the gym and doing random exercises, which is totally fine, especially because I was a beginner and I was just kind of getting started. But at a certain point, it's so important to have a program that helps you get the adaptations that you want. It makes a difference to have that structure, to know that you are progressively increasing intensity, whether that is for cardio or for weightlifting. Those principles really apply to any fitness goal that you have, right? Like in order to change, you need to stimulate that change by making it more difficult over time. Every week I make sure that I have some kind of menu where I have a certain number of workouts I want to get done. And then depending on how much time or energy I have, whatever my schedule, I'll choose what I'm going to do that day. Let's be honest here. If you're waking up at 6 a.m. on a weekday, you've got an hour to get your session in. You don't want to be wasting any of that time figuring out what you're going to do. I recently shared my full 90-day summer shred plan and went into a lot of detail on how I created that plan to get certain adaptations and what my split was and everything like that. So I'll link that up here in case you want to check that video out too. Trust me, take 15 or 20 minutes at the start of the week to plan your meals, plan your workouts. It'll make it so much easier to stick to throughout the week. If you just take that little bit of time for yourself, I promise it's so worth it. Okay, I was just sitting on the couch having my afternoon snack. I've been obsessed lately with the Kindling protein pretzels. The honey mustard flavor is my favorite, followed closely by garlic parmesan. 130 calories, 8 grams of protein, and you're eating pretzels. So I wanted to chat about some of my kind of conflicting advice. Clearly, I love finding healthy alternatives for different foods, and there are so many swaps that I've made in my daily life that make it a lot easier to hit my nutrition goals, particularly my protein goals. Every morning I drink a protein latte using ultra filtered whole milk. I love the Kindling pretzels. I also love the Quest protein chips, particularly the nacho cheese flavor. That's like my version of a healthy Dorito these days. I love a good healthy alternative, and I think when you find them, especially the good ones, because they can be kind of hard to find, you gotta hold on to them. But sometimes I just have the real thing. And this is something that I used to screw up all the time, honestly, because I would go so all or nothing with my nutrition, which made it very unrealistic and hard to stick to because I was so strict on myself. Honestly, I just was not enjoying life and I wasn't enjoying what I was eating. And then obviously after a couple weeks I would give up and I would end up being in this yo-yo dieting cycle. So now there are tons of like unhealthy foods in my diet in moderation, and it really has made it so much more fun and sustainable for me. Like for example, one night a week, I always have pizza. In no way is this pizza healthy, okay? I mean, I make the dough at home. It's very simple and easy to make. Does that count as healthy? I don't really think so. I've also been having a sliced green apple for dessert with caramel and mini M&Ms on top. Not healthy caramel, not healthy mini M&Ms, the real thing. I have been obsessed with adding mini chocolate chips into my smoothies because to me, with like a teaspoon of mini chocolate chips, it makes it genuinely taste like a milkshake. It's so worth it to me. For a long time, I would think like, oh, healthy people don't eat chocolate chips, or they don't have any candy in the house. They would never eat cookies. They would never eat, whatever. My mindset on that has completely shifted. Take this example. Back in the day when I first started eating healthy, I really hated eating yogurt. I was just like, this doesn't taste good. Straight up, it doesn't taste good. When I started adding some chocolate chips into my yogurt, suddenly I loved yogurt. It's as simple as that, okay? A little sprinkle of chocolate chips here and there, some M&Ms, some Oreos, some chips, whatever it is for you, okay? It's not gonna kill you. It's really not. If it's gonna make living a really healthy lifestyle where I'm eating high protein, where I'm eating lots of fiber and mostly whole foods, and I'm hitting all my nutrition goals, if it's gonna make that easier, it's so worth it. I would much rather have some chocolate chips, some M&Ms, some caramel here and there, and have overall a really nutritious, healthy diet than yo-yo between like eating super strict and super healthy, nothing processed, nothing with added sugar, whatever, and then getting so burnt out and sick of that because it's unsustainable, swinging in the opposite direction, completely binging on junk food because I am so exhausted and burnt out. It's not worth it. Trust me, it's not worth it. I'm not saying that you should eat M&Ms. but you should find the things in your diet that matter and make space for them. That's just been such a game changer for me. This is so cozy. I'm like on the couch with my blanket. I could just sit here and chat all day. Another thing I wanted to chat about is small wins. Hello to my fellow overachievers. Okay, I'm specifically talking to you, myself included, honestly. This is a recent realization during the last week. For a long time, I really overestimated the power of succeeding at your goals. And let me explain what I mean. When you actually achieve what you set out to do, it fuels you with so much motivation and drive to keep going. It is so powerful. For a very long time, with various areas of my life, whether it's health and fitness or work or whatever, I've set unachievable goals and created failure cycles where I feel so discouraged and disappointed because I set a goal that was way too difficult in the first place, and then I don't achieve it, and then I feel so down on myself, and it just perpetuates this cycle. In the last couple months, I've tested something new. It's called setting a goal that's actually reasonable, and I want to give you a personal example to show you how powerful this can be. I have failed at every single YouTube posting goal I have ever had up until my 2025 Q1 goal. I created so many failure cycles for myself where I would set an unrealistic posting goal. I would work so hard to try and make it happen, but I couldn't. And then I would feel so disappointed with myself. I would punish myself by setting an even harder goal, which makes no sense, honestly. But anyway, my goal for the first few months of the year was to post a video every single week on YouTube, and I did it. I just have to say the motivation and excitement that I feel about my work after hitting that goal is crazy. I just think if you are feeling frustrated and you're just not able to stick to any of the goals you're setting, the habits you're trying to build, whatever, setting an achievable goal to focus on and going all in on that is so powerful. And I know we hear this all the time. This is advice I've heard. This is advice I've given for years and years now, to set an achievable goal, to start small. It's easy to say, and it's very hard to do in practice, especially if you are like me, you're type A. I'm obsessed with habit building. I'm obsessed with goal setting. I just want to be doing a million things at once. But truly, the best thing that you can do for yourself is pick one thing to start with. Give yourself a win. And like, honestly, here's my new litmus test for if a goal is reasonable, okay? When I think about the goal, I want to feel like, really, that's it? That's all I have to do is sleep 8 hours a night? That's all I have to do is post a video every week? It should feel like that. This is just a human being thing. We tend to very much overestimate what's reasonable to achieve when it comes to setting goals. Once you show yourself that you can do it, then move on to the next thing and start slowly layering over time. Like the layering approach, so good. I'm saying this for you as much as I'm saying this for me, because genuinely it's so hard to do, but I just think it's the only way to achieve your goals, whether they're health and wellness, career, personal, whatever. If you'll indulge me for a second, I do just want to say a quick thank you. I've just gotten the most amazing, beautiful comments in the past few days, especially. Truly, I love, I'm getting emotional. I love making videos for you, and it is such an honor to be a part of your life in some small way. I love chatting with you in the comments, so thank you so much to everyone who leaves a comment. I really just hope that you leave these videos better than you found them, even if it's in a small way, like there's a recipe you want to try, or you feel a little bit more motivated or inspired, or even if I just brighten your day in some way, that is more than enough. And I'm truly so honored. Thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, to leave a comment. It blows my mind that I'm just sitting in my house filming myself, talking to a camera, and then people from all over the world get to see it. I just feel so grateful. So I just wanted to say thank you. With that, I'm going to close out today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to see more from me, make sure to subscribe because I upload new videos every week, and I will see you next time.